Okay, thanks for introduction. So I will skip that. So the Trillion project, some numbers about it: 12 partners from 8 countries. We are developing one platform which will be tested across 5 locations, involving 10 end user communities, and the duration is 36 months. So the Trillion, the overall goal of Trillion project is to develop open and secure socio-technical platform to boost the communication and collaboration between citizens and law enforcement agencies, and in order to implement virtual mechanisms for community policing. The Trillion will deliver web and mobile applications to support collaboration between citizens and LIAs by incident discovery, prediction, reporting, and interaction, taking into account stakeholder needs, and of course ensuring the privacy and data protection. I will demonstrate the Trillion approach to 4 applications. So the first one, mobile application for citizens. Citizen, after registered to our platform, can report the new event or situation that he thinks that he found in the city, for example. He can send the named report or hidden ID report. So the hidden ID report is semi-anonymous. In the case he doesn't have data connection, he can send report as through SMS. This report is sent to the law enforcement agencies. On the third screen, we can see how citizens can respond to the collaboration request from law enforcement agencies, and they can also involve into communities, create their own communities that can be also hidden from law enforcement agencies. So this is very important for establishing the trust between law enforcement agencies and citizens. The desktop application for citizens is basically provides the same functionalities as mobile version, and this is the mobile application for law enforcement agencies on the field. On the first screen we see in the control room, the law enforcement agency create the event from all reports, and then law enforcement agency on the field can have an overview of events on mobile phone. They can request citizens to provide more information on that event, or forward the event to their LIA friends. Law enforcement agencies can also collaborate in communities, their own communities or communities that were created by citizens. And this is desktop application, same functionalities as mobile application. The difference that our project is focusing on is that we are also providing the applications for wearables. So these are not so popular in Europe, mostly in America. So yeah, through the if you have an Android watch or Apple Watch, yeah, you can through the gestures, by moving your hand, you can send the report and so on. So the challenges we are facing in the project are mainly how to establish the trust between LIAs and citizens, because citizens don't trust the law enforcement agencies like police and so on. We are also dealing with the ethical issues that are arising with the usage of Trillion platform, and also privacy and legal. And also we have a lot of problems with providing the anonymity for citizens because it's very hard to ensure the citizens that they will be completely anonymous. It's not possible, because if you are using your mobile phone and when you are communicating with law enforcement agencies, you are leaving some kind of fingerprint. We are also partner with Crime Stoppers UK, which is the organization that is providing anonymous crime reporting, and it's very trusted organization in UK. So we are. So how we should use the trillion for policy making? Well, we can provide a similar platform for collaboration between organizations, governments, and citizens, and establishing the trust between them, and providing the new channel for communication between them. Yeah, that's it from my side. If you have any questions, very quick, practical presentation.
Thank you, Simon. Questions, comments, yes?
Yeah,
Please.
just a comment, but I very much like this app, and what I think is, what it shows is that the e-democracy tools are not just a standalone project, but it's a larger development. It's part of a larger development where also in society there are much more participatory tools, and people engage much more in these kind of e-tools to contribute to all kinds of social problems. And I think this is very very useful. Yeah. But yeah, and that's because that's what I forgot to mention in the panel. Because what I think it's to have e-democracy, it's also important to have a cultural change where people are used to and learn how to participate and how to contribute to these kind of processes. So I think it's also very useful that what Nicola is doing is having his platform being part of or being implemented in corporates and businesses, and it will change the way we communicate and how we deal with issues and how we make decisions.
Actually, we are going towards the multi-stakeholder approach for e-democracy, not only having NGO or citizens, but companies, governments. So it's,
yeah, I think the project is very interesting because we are thinking about a global reflection about crowdsourcing in Europe, and it raised some question for me. For example, we have a product for a long time in the United States which is named Fix My Street. Fix My Street is very simple. You have an application on your phone. You take a picture because your street is broken, and this is sent automatically to your mayor, to your your city hall, and they send some guys to fix the street. This is to fix my street. Here you ask people, for example, to report a crime, but what is a crime for you or for her or for him? What is a crime? And my question is, when I send a crime report, it goes to the police directly, and they take account of my report immediately, or they wait to have several reports?
Well, it's not defined. These are just a mock-up, and we are first year of the project. But the idea is that multiple reports should be collected on one event, on one crime. So just to make sure that it's reliable, so it's not spam or something. We also use the social media. We crawl the social media and collecting data from social media to give more information to the report and to the event. So if, for example, when a report on some event comes, we look on social media what is happening on social media around this event, and then push this to the LIAS, and then they decide if they will act on it or not.
guess it provides a lot of very positive impact on society, because if you declare a fire, or if you see you know, a little child in the street lost without parents, you make a good action reporting that. But my fear is that if everyone we crowdsource everything all the time, we are making an under surveillance society permanently. And I'm pretty afraid by the concept, to be very honest, because I see the positive points, but I see the very negative points too.
Yeah, well, the problem is providing, establishing the trust and
Between the citizens and the LEA, but
yeah,
between
yeah.
the citizens themselves, because I don't want to be watched all the time by my fellows.
Well, you're not. You're just you're participating in a community if you want, and I don't know, if you want to create the community for your local city or local neighborhood, you can only participate in this kind of community. I mean, if you want, you're not.
I was talking of being participated. No, not me participating, but me as an actor of the society that I don't want to be. For example, if you have someone mad in the streets who wants to report you because your face is not good for him. What if, you know, if our cell phones are transforming themselves in cameras all along the streets?
You rely on the power of the crowd. If one person reports something and there's nothing else.
Yeah, that was my original question.
Yeah.
Do they wait for having a lot of reporting before acting?
Depends on
Yeah, and
agency.
we try to avoid this problem by mining the social medias, gathering information for social medias and local and newspapers and so on. We are developing the whole system for that.
Yes, you have something to say?
Oh, I just want to say that it's no different, presumably, reporting a crime through using this app than it is through reporting a crime doing it through another means. So if somebody has decided they don't like their next door neighbour because their next door neighbour is from a different town, they can just as well use this app, because they could pick up the phone and report them, or they could write a letter to the police and report them. So I think the problem is a societal one, that people can imagine crimes or create crimes where perhaps none exists. But I don't think that that is more of a problem when using an app than it is when not using an app.
Well, also we are dealing with the problems in case of drug dealing. It can be abused. So, for example, it can be abused by other citizens or other drug dealers. So they know where the drug dealing is happening and they go there. So this is just a one case. And one aspect that we are dealing with it.
You are raising ethical questions, but
exactly.
Yeah. No more questions, so we can go to the last presentation. Thank you, Simon, very much. Very interesting presentation.